a stupid debate. The end time. Well, that comes up from time to time. Notch babies. Notch babies. There's one. Notch babies. You could do a week on notch babies at one time in talk radio. Oh, God, for the good old days. Social Security problems. Oh, just one call after another. Hello? Bud? My check didn't come. Oh, God, they were great days in talk radio. Great days in talk radio. Conspiracies. Any kind of conspiracy. Doesn't make any difference. JFK conspiracy, oil company conspiracy, any kind of conspiracy. When was the last time that you were sitting there in the middle of a talk radio show and you heard somebody get on the line and warn the entire world about a conspiracy taking place right underneath his or her nose? Boy, oh, what great days.
That special, the extra money, almost getting taxed for that money they got.
That's not no. Social Security problems are, like a late check or somebody being rude to you down at the Social Security office.
Maybe they have too many people in the staff. Maybe they
Has anybody stolen your clothes at a nursing home recently?
I'm not that old, thank you.
No.
I'm trying to think, what problem can I... But the right to bear arms. Well, we cannot expose the guns anymore in our gun holster or the outside in Florida anymore. That's been outlawed again. And,
Harlow, you just don't have the right spirit, man.
I know. I was just about to talk about President Reagan's tax thing. I want you to mention the miracle of they decreased the tax by 20%.
Harlow.
Right.
Trilateral Commission, school prayer, Jane Fonda, the death penalty, the Jewish problem, Martin Luther King Jr., the communist threat from within,
about
secular humanism, the right to bear arms, or Social Security problems.
Nasty remark that was mentioned to somebody in today's
How about a conspiracy, Harlow? Would you like to expose a conspiracy?
Well, I want to mention about the nasty remark that somebody said was said in the White House about Martin Luther King. It was in today's Times. I wish I can grab the paper.
You're in agreement with that remark, right?
No, I think it's very nasty.
Oh, Harlow, man, you're destroying my program, Harlow.
I was so shocked to read it. I wish I could. I don't even want to repeat your mark. I had to go back to get the Times, St. Petersburg Times. But I know it was this gentleman who used to be in the White House wrote about that in their little meetings. That's all I can think of. What else do you want me to discuss?
Harlow, I gave you the list. I'm not going to go through it again.
Well, I assure you. I am not the greatest intellect in the world. That I must tell you.
Okay, Harlow.
Thank you very much for listening to my channel. Enjoy your show very much.
Take care.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. I mean, why can't it be like the good old days? I know that you're out there. I know that you've been waiting for an opportunity to get it off your chest, to get it on talk radio. Bring back the good old days, right? Old-fashioned talk radio, the way it was. I'll wait. There's one. Paul in St. Pete. Hi, you're on the air at WFLA.
How you doing?
Fine, Paul.
I'd like to knock on the people that are knocking, how do I want to say this to get going right?
It's the Trilateral Commission, school prayer, Jane Fonda, the death penalty, Jewish problem, Martin Luther King Jr., the communist threat from within, secular humanism, the right to bear arms, or Social Security. Your check is late, or maybe you're a notch baby and would like to cry to the world about that. Oh, here's a good one. Jacob in Clearwater. We like Jacob's calls. Hi, Jacob.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lassiter.
Hi, Jacob. We enjoy hearing from you. What's on your mind today, Jacob?
You're sincere, Mr. Lassiter.
I'm never sincere, Jacob. What's on your mind today?
You were trying to get people to bash the Trilateral Commission, Mr. Lassiter?
Not necessarily bash it. Talk about it.
Well, I think the Trilateral Commission is a good idea.
The Trilateral Commission is a good idea. Why is that, Jacob?
Wrest control.
I don't know that I've ever heard a call in favor of the Trilateral Commission on talk radio. This is You want to run tape on this one? Go ahead.
They are trying to wrest control from the Jewish mafia that runs this country.
The
Jewish own all the banks. The entertainment industry, we all know, is run by Jews. Isn't that correct?
Beats me.
What were your other subjects? Martin Luther King, the ultimate communist.
The ultimate communist,
A puppet by the Russians to ferment racial tension in this country, Mr. Lassiter.
Why are you giggling, Jacob?
I'm not giggling.
Sounds to me like you're giggling. Sounds to me like you're trying to stifle your giggle.
No.
Oh.
I have a breathing problem, Mr. Lassiter.
Oh.
Are you going to get down on me about a birth defect?
No, I was just listening to your call, Jacob. I was fascinated. I've never, ever heard anybody in favor of the Trilateral Commission before, and I've heard a lot of Trilateral Commission calls in my day. Not recently, but in my day I've heard a lot of them.
I have a lot of wisdom, Mr. Lassiter. You should listen to me.
A lot of wisdom, okay.
Yes.
Well, why don't you try sharing some of it with us?
What would you care to discuss?
Your wisdom.
I have many, many opinions and much wisdom to back it up.
Really? Well, okay. Bring some of it forth.
For instance, you're the one that has topics, not me, Mr. Lassiter.
Right. Is that a wise thing that you just said?
Yes, it is.
Oh. Jacob, could you speed it up a little bit? I mean, I know that you're handicapped, but it is a rating period, Jacob. Pacing and timing, very, very important in talk radio.
I understand this. I am not calling you to help or improve your ratings, Mr. Lassiter.
But you do, Jacob. People look forward to your calls.
I don't think so.
Oh, but they do, Jacob.
And I thought it was quite funny that you were mocking me yesterday.
Mocking
and
you,
several
Jacob?
of your callers, many of whom are paid, Mr. Lassiter.
None of my callers are paid, Jacob. There's not enough money to go around to pay my callers, Jacob.
We have Lionel, who chases ambulances. I have seen him chase ambulances. He's not an attorney. He's a mechanic.
Uh-huh.
That was wisdom, Mr. Lassiter.
Okay. Well, you just don't seem to be on much of a roll today, Jacob. Well, I'll give you another 30 seconds, to really get into it, or else I'm just going to have to try to find somebody else.
You are evil, Mr. Lassiter.
Work.
You're Satan.
Doesn't work, Jacob. Doesn't work, man. It's just not there.
Good afternoon, Mr. Lassiter.
Oh, you don't even want the full 30 seconds?
Yes.
You're giving up?
I never give up, Mr. Lassiter.
Well, you just started to say goodbye before I said goodbye to you.
Was built on.
Jacob, the 30 seconds is up, man. You just don't have it today. Try to write it down on paper before you call the next time, and maybe we could work something out.
Me too, But this is just what that sneaky little bitch likes to do, and I am so tired of her undermining our religious freedom.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not right with me. And I'm not a particularly card-carrying Christian, but I do believe in the right to pray if you choose to do so.
Hey, well, the next time you're at the lodge, thank the moose for me.
I sure will, and I hope you get it out to everybody, and I'll call back if I can possibly find that bill number that she has before the Congress, and I'll give it to your listeners.
All right.
Okay. And
thank you,
one
darling.
Thing I wish we'd all get onto.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Oh, the Grinch, I do declare.
I call in to talk about Social Security.
Oh, great. You're having a problem with it.
Pardon me?
You're having a problem. You didn't get your check this month?
Pardon me?
You didn't get your check this month?
No, I didn't get
Someone was rude to you at the Social Security office.
Pardon me?
Someone was rude to you at the Social Security office?
Very rude. I've noticed is, doesn't matter what subject we pick for today or what the discussion is, a lot of people will sit back and they'll say, gee, I should call, but they can't get off their big butt to get to the phone. Too much effort.
Well, that's because many of them eat bonbons.
They're aboard ship. Babe Ruth was still with the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah?
They come and played the Athletics in Philadelphia, and I had my afternoon off and went to the ball game.
Did he get a hit?
He got a home run.
Home run.
Yep, first time up, he struck out.
Uh-huh.
A rabid Philadelphia fan right in front of him and jumped up and down and said, oh, he can't hit it. I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, well, remember, nobody was on base. Next time he got up, there was a man on base. Second pitch, he hit it out of the park.
Son of a gun.
And, of course, Philadelphia was a great town for sailors, and I was there 3 or 4 times aboard the ship at the ocean.
Well, that's one thing you can't say about Oklahoma City, Bill. That it's a great town for sailors.
And my home happens to be in Arkansas.
Your home was in Arkansas?
Yeah, I went.
But you went to the ball games in Philadelphia?
I was a little farm boy in the Navy. I just thought it'd bring back a little nostalgia about your hometown, not your hometown, but your home area.
Well, thank you, Bill. I appreciate it.
Okay, though.
Let me give you the telephone number. See, this is the way it used to be. minutes after the hour of 3 o'clock. Recap was very important. So have learned that Madalyn Murray O'Hare is trying to outlaw Christmas and that there is a bill as we speak pending before the House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. that would accomplish that very thing. Are you in favor of outlawing Christmas? How do you feel about that? Would you like to see Christmas outlawed? Give me a call in Pinellas Park. Hi, Patrick. You're on the air at WFLA.
Hello, Bob. I'm calling from the group Potato. The people occupy totally and tragically oink. We're trying to get the Irish out of the Soviet Union. They're being held there to grow the potatoes for the Russians. And if we don't get them out soon, it's going to be terrible. There's going to be a Holocaust over there, and they'll have them growing cabbages, too.
Well, Patrick, I must admit this is a problem that just came to my attention today. I had never heard before about the poor Irish people in Russia who are being held against their will to, what did you say, grow potatoes?
Yes, to grow potatoes. They've got at least 1 million of them.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, and see, since all the Jewish people left, they don't have anybody to make the lox and bagels, so they're now eating potatoes, and it's our turn. Next, it'll be the black people, and I suppose they'll have watermelon and fried chicken in a few years.
Well, Patrick, you seem to be in touch with the Irish movement in the Soviet Union. Is there any word about the fate of the Norwegians who are being held against their will in the Soviet Union?
No, what they're doing over there now, they're going to bleach all the Russians' hair blonde. That will come after the black people in the watermelons and the fried chicken. Then they'll have blonde hair. So that will maybe a generation away.
Any word on the Italians in the Soviet Union who want to get out?
No, they throw them out. They couldn't get any tomatoes to make tomato sauce for the pizza, and they were using anchovies.
Well, of course, the caller did say that they were still being held against their will over there. Perhaps your group is just not in touch with them.
I don't, well, we're trying our best, Bob, and of course, you've opened up a whole rat's nest, and I certainly hope that all the people here will call our organization and try and get the Irish out.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Bob.
Take care. Now, again, for the benefit of all of you younger listeners, what used to happen is that people like Patrick, there were about, maybe a half a dozen of them in any given town, had a tremendous sense of humor and would call up with a call like that after the call about the guy that was serious, and would lay this kind of stuff on the host. More often than not, the host didn't know what the hell anybody was talking about.
How stupid I am, and I'm a college graduate.
Well, Mark, if you'd like, I really shouldn't do this because he's actually on directly against me on Saturdays. If you'd like to hear these people for real, listen to Tim Coles.
Don't believe in the Jewish... Well, let me tell you something, Bob.
Oh, John, you sound to me like the kind of guy that would really like to go to bopping at the boatyard.
Well, I don't know where the boatyard is.
Well, my producer will tell you. I'll put you on hold and I'll give you a couple of tickets. They're worth a whopping $6. Pinellas, of course, is full. Hillsboro, 990-9352, 990-WFLA. Millie in St. Pete. Hi, Millie. You're on the air at WFLA.
Bob?
Yes?
You sure opened up a can of worms today.
Oh, well, I'm known for opening up a can of worms, Millie.
Well, at one time he mentioned his religion. Thank you.
Okay, Millie. All right, there goes Millie. She's a nice lady. LA. George crapped out already? Good grief. Anus in St. Pete. Hi, you're on the air at WFLA.
I've got a big blockbuster.
Yeah?
There were 230 to call.
Art, I thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Take care. A celebrity caller when next we return. 3:31 the time. I was about to tell you there was a line open, but it's flashing as we speak. So we'll just go right directly to Lionel in Tampa. Hello, Lionel.
Mad Dog.
Lionel.
How are you, darling?
Oh, the same as I've been for the last 50 bozos that asked me the question. I don't change between call to call, Lionel.
I
I'm always fine.
You're overworked. We've covered the gamut. Phyllis Schlafly. Doesn't that sound like the noise that a nude fat woman makes when she gets off of a Naugahyde couch or something? Schlafly.
I don't know. I've never heard the noise that a nude fat woman makes.
Well, let me put the phone up to it. Honey, get up off the... Well, anyway, that was tremendous. Another thing that we did, I got to make this quick. I listened today to Mr. Weinberger.
Uh-huh.
Or yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
In the big attack that they made on the platform.
Right.
Isn't it fascinating Bob, can I ask you a
$300
question?
billion a year to blow an oil platform out of the water. Yes.
Something just came up. Can I call you back?
Sure.
Thank you, I will.
Oh, okay, Lionel. Anytime, of course.
I think she's scared of you,
expecting her
Bob.
for 2 hours. I guess that...
I think she's scared of you.
No.
No.
But as that one caller said, I was so polite to her.
Oh, yeah, well, you were overly polite as far as I'm concerned.
I tell you, it's one of the great joys of doing what I do for a living is that from time to time you can confront a national figure who has just been running helter-skelter for a decade, saying the most asinine, stupid things and getting actually credibility for it, let alone not being challenged, and finally sit down with them and let it all hang out. It's one of the great joys of the job.
It's a good thing she was on with you and not me, because I'm world-class nasty when it comes to her.
Okay, I mean, it's real interesting, isn't it?
Yeah?
What's your reaction? I mean, nothing...
What's my reaction?
Nothing particular, huh?
Well, let me put my cigarette down here a second, Lance. I mean, I know that you went to a great deal of time and trouble to read this and to call me up with it, and you're expecting a reaction, and Lance, you deserve one. What kind of a commie pinko are you, Lance?
Yeah.
This is America, Lance. If you want to screw the government, you ought to be allowed to do it.
Right,
I'm all in
right.
favor
Yeah,
of people
I agree
making
with you.
$100
I'm
million,
going to Russia, the
Lance.
next boat.
I'm all in favor of it. I don't think he appreciated that. That's what he wanted me to do. Jim in Clearwater, hi, you're on the air at WFLA.
Hi, Bob. How you doing today?
Fine, Jim.
I got a question for you. I wanted to find out if you would be interested in one more snowbird story.
Sure, I'm always interested in brain-damaged snowbird stories. Bye-bye, Blanche. Is there any particular reason why Eastman isn't taking calls this afternoon? Could we call over there and ask him to? I mean, I don't need this. I don't need it. Call him and ask him why. Go and call him. Find out why isn't Eastman taking calls this afternoon.